How to stay emotionally available when you're physically depleted. I'm Commander Mimi, and this was my week of challenges, man. I've been working on this app for you because I know where you're at. I know that right now you want to communicate some needs that you have, and you kind of know that sometimes they come out wrong. And you know you could do better, you just don't know how. But today is Sunday. It's fun day. Sundays I love to go to open mats, and Legion is one of my favorite places to go to open mat. Here I am fighting Cosmo Poker. He knows my husband, Poker Bubble. So it's kind of fun to just, play around with my husband's buddies. I actually couldn't get him, but at least I gave him a good fight. It was a really fun roll, to be honest. This place has a bunch of girls that do competitions often, so it's a pretty good place to practice cool stuff. And it's also nice because they just see me as an MMA girl, so they see it as different.
I'm fucking dead already. Oh my god. Oh shit, man. These people are beasts.
My arms were seriously hurting the whole afternoon, but this is just what I needed. My favorite. Then, both my husband and I were both content creators, and he also wants to start moving away from just poker, and he's trying to incorporate a little bit more of what his lifestyle is, and that's also because he loves writing. Since I've known him, he's been into writing, but now he's actually almost finishing a book, and that's pretty amazing. So that's why he's like focusing his content more into that. But it's so challenging to make content with kids, like right now they cry, and then you got the other one over there and she's like also making a tantrum about something.
I'm cold. I'm wearing my girl's sweatshirt and the blanket.
I don't know, man. After going super hard with jiu-jitsu people, my body temperature just dropped and I started getting super cold. So I had to wrap myself up. Now, for my personal training days, I remember people saying, "Oh, I have kids, I just have candy." And we actually just buy dark chocolate. But Halloween just happened, so we of course have a bunch of candy now. And what we do is we know that after lunch, we will have a little piece of chocolate. In this case, we're just having a little bit of candy. But that's how we do it. And honestly, today, we had it after dinner too. But it's just one. So that's how what they expect. They know that there is no more than that. And that's how we enjoy it better. I personally just love training. So I feel the difference when I don't eat good. So I do focus on my calories for training. Here's my husband with his reading and his we just love reading. I love that he reads. So that's why I liked him so much. And this is just one of those days that I just woke up super early and I was like, what the hell? Okay, I haven't had time to work, so let's go. Anyways, I was talking about calories, how I really focus on my calories. I see nutrition as my medicine, and it really helps me, but I also enjoy chocolate, so that's why a little bit. My family just left to the park. I got them ready, and last week's struggles were all about my workout, and it was my daughter's birthday, so the house was a little bit of a mess, and we didn't have a cleaner. When we used to have a cleaner every day, she left, and I was kind of losing it a little bit, getting home and cleaning everything. And she's back. So yesterday was basically the day where I got my house back on track. And I went to a parents meeting for Laura. And they really want me to go to class and help her out twice they said. So I'm gonna go once, and then my husband's gonna go another time, just to see if each one of us can figure out a way to help her be more involved, because she seems to do things at her own time and not catch as much instructions. So yeah, we'll see how we can help her. And last week regarding this, I didn't sign a contract with my app developer chose a developer, but he's been kind of pushing a little bit, like, let's not sign the contract yet. Let's have a design that we can agree on, and once the design is set, I know the colors, how this is going to look, that we can get on to work, because it's going to be a full month and a half of my work and whatever. So anyways, I feel like he's been pushing a little bit on that, but the point is that has been all last week. And today, Tuesday, he finally sent me a couple of designs that seem a little bit more of what I was, So my goal for this week is to finally, regarding this, to finally design a design and sign the contract and get to work. So make it. This whole morning, I spent it on a YouTube video that's like, took three hours of my time, this YouTube video. And I was kind of upset because I do like to just talk to the camera and just film as I go. I don't mind that. And then at the end of the week, just putting it together, and this is what I lived in my struggles and building this and making it to my $1 million life. And as a mom of 3, and as a person that's like really putting in time with my like training and everything that's going on. And my husband and the Quad, ChatGPT, we were talking a little bit about like how to make this YouTube videos a little bit more profitable, like not just work to work, not just putting it there and sending it to the world. And the thing was like, oh yeah, just make it shorter. Instead of 45 minutes of you talking, just make it into like a 20 minute max thing, like 15 to 20 minute, and just like the lesson of the week. And that's just going to be better. And I'm like, okay, fine, sure, let's do that. But the time that I'm editing, the time that I'm doing the voiceover and making everything match, it ended up taking 3 hours. And same last time, I was like a good amount of time on the couch. So I'm like, I'm not enjoying it. I like this format a lot better, even though it takes, even though the video is going to be like 45 minutes again. I like this format because it keeps me accountable. I'm telling you guys, this is my goal for the week. And you guys are going to see that sometimes, like last week, I was trying to get the design, like what's going on? Let's get the contract. And it didn't happen. Like that, how things just do not happen. And you have to keep pushing and the struggles as I go. Like it's a hard life, and I feel like I'm living my dream life. Like, yes, this is what I want. I know this is what I want, and it's hard. It's not easy. So I like you guys to see that it's not easy, and yet this is my chosen life. This is what I want, and how much it takes for us to together, and we're not there yet to what I want. So I prefer this so much more. It keeps me accountable. I told you guys this, and then I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to tell you guys that I didn't do what I said I wanted to do. Maybe because not entirely out of me, but I did everything I could, but I'm still going to have to say, or yeah, maybe I was just too tired and I just didn't push through, or whatever it is. It keeps me accountable, and I know exactly what goal it is I'm trying to accomplish each week. So I'm going to go back to this format, if you guys don't mind. If you guys like the other format, let me know. Like, you know what, this is too much talking. Just go back to the lesson of the week. I got a lot more value from that, because that's what I care about. These videos are for the Mimi of the past, for my daughters to be able to, that's why it's letters to my daughters, so they can see the struggle and what it took to make that life happen. I know they will be valuable, and as I go, I know that I can find little gems of things that I'm learning, that I know that from a different Mimi, a different someone that's like within my, wavelength, that they're going to catch. So anything that can serve you, just let me know. Any way that I can add more value to your life, just let me know. And that's why I prefer this format. But if it's not the case, you let me know. After my mornings of work, then I get to go train. So mornings are usually the time where I get to build my $1 million brand, and that's how I see it. That includes fighting. And lunch needs to happen. So my husband was like, I love cooking, so you just come home, cook, and then you see your clients. My eyes are tired. Okay, it's time to go to pick up my daughter. I gotta run. So after coming home, my baby daughter, she just lost her shit, and my husband's trying to calm her down. To teaching my kids work ethic and showing up and going and always showing up for jiu-jitsu, right? Yeah. But Liv is crying a lot. Oh, your colors. Liv is crying a lot, and Joey is trying to calm her down, and I don't feel so great because I woke up at 3 a.m., 3:30, so I don't feel so great.
Right, Mama, you woke up on 3 a.m.?
So I'm not feeling my best, so I don't think I can go today.
And me didn't finish my quesadillas.
I honestly don't know what to do sometimes, and not all the time, but if she's in a very bad mood, I'll put on the TV and I'll just cuddle with her. So I'm going to pretend I am sick today. Not because I am, but because my ring says that I need to take care of myself. Actually, today is not that bad, but I am probably gonna get my period today. And I haven't, like, my ring says that I've been, like, more stressed than usual. Last week was pretty bad. I'm doing better this week, but I'm actually kind of feeling it in my joints. So I think, like, yesterday I was like, if I don't take a hot shower, I feel like I might break. So I took a hot shower, even though my kid was crying. I had to let her cry a little bit because I was, like, feeling it. And yeah, I took a hot shower, I put on my onesie, and I went in there with her. I hugged her, and that was it. And she fell right asleep, so it was worth it. And I feel better, she felt better, because I had the presence to be there for her, and that's a big thing. Otherwise, I was just, like, stressed out and, like, just feeling like I might get sick. Yeah, I'm feeling it today, like, my throat a little bit, just, like, my body aches, and I'm used to just overriding these feelings and just going. But I'm just going to treat my body as if it was sick, because I really think that's what it needs to kind of just get better. Because honestly, what it was that yesterday during my workout, I was like, what the fuck, I'm tired. And, like, I mean, of course, I slept, I woke up at 3:30 in the morning, so I slept, like, barely anything. And I was like, I'm out of breath, my shoulders are burning. I'm used to pain from working out, but that was different. That was like, holy fuck, I'm barely able to do this. And I was, like, looking at the clock, which I usually don't. I'm just like, I'm dying, but it doesn't matter, let's keep going. My whole body hurts, and it hurts, but it's a pain that I know I can just, like, keep on going. And this was just like, oh my god, like, it's for real hurting, like, I'm for real out of breath, like, what the hell. Just completely different. And I'm like, I did not like that. I totally did not like that. And I know that it was a lack of sleep, and I know that it's just, like, my body needing to recover. Fuck. So no. So that's why I'm like, okay, I'm just going to pretend that I'm sick, and I know that this is going to help me feel better, because I want to be good for tomorrow. I'm going to have a one-on-one with John Macalo and Carl's class, and then sparring on Friday. So I want to be good for that. I don't want to be dying today, and I don't want to hurt myself. So that's how it feels, like my shoulders are gonna fall off. So yeah.
You comfy, ladies?
Man, it's been a tough week so far. Like, I haven't been feeling great, and barely keeping up with my clients' notes and my homework. And also, I mean, I want to go ahead with the app design. I've been fixing the prompt to allow for people that are, like, in really seriously abusive relationships. So that's what I've been fixing. That's fixed. But so I'm not having the best day. Today all morning I used it to go ahead and, I didn't have any clients today, which was great. I had a chance to send all my clients notes, because what I do differently with my clients that I know other coaches or even therapists don't do is they just see their clients and that's it, I like to go over in my head, like, maybe there's some things that I could have said better, or, like, a resource that I forgot to mention. So I write my notes, and then the scripts and everything, every topic that we talked about. And then I get the resources and I send them notes so that they can remember the scripts. And it's like a form of practice because I see our work as repetition. I mean, it is coaching. And if they just go to get coached once a week, it's really not as effective as if they have the notes and they can come back and they can rehearse and rehearse and rehearse. So yeah. Anyways, I got a chance to sometimes it should take me about like half hour each person to like analyze it and write it down. And so anyways, I was just doing that today, and I did my nails. It takes me about an hour, and my husband shaved my hair, which I don't know, I just wasn't in the phone today, so I'm just telling you about it. And my baby over there, she was a handful today. Like, she just has this, even like some people just tell me like she has an attitude, because she just thinks something's okay, and she'll do it over and over again, even if I'm like, no, please, let's go over here. Like, I can put like cover everything, and she'll figure out a way to get in the trash. She runs outside the jiu-jitsu place, and that's the thing that's like driving me crazy, because it's dangerous. There are cars outside, and she could just take off running and get run over. So my stress was high. I was intending to stay home today and just be on the couch and get back on my notes and do my nails and do that type of stuff. I'm just calm, but then I'm like, I have to take her to jiu-jitsu. At least that. But yeah, it was not the relaxing experience that I wanted. It's never relaxing. I mean, just a couple of times maybe it's been like, oh, it was kind of chill today. But yeah, they have all of them being a handful today. One has been complaining, the other one has been annoying, the other one's been just really just insane. So tomorrow will be better. And now I have to clean up. Taking them to jiu-jitsu, giving them a bath, cleaning the house, and putting them to sleep is my thing. Apparently my body temperature is high today. I went to the cold plunge and I'm extra cold today. So
Yeah.
So he read the Man's Guide. What's that Gottman book?
Oh, yeah.
The Man's Guide.
Yeah, something like
For
that.
women.
Yeah, something like that.
Shit, I should know the title.
It's in there.
Yeah. And I mean, we always had the habit of like saying goodbye and like
the 6 second kiss.
Yeah, taking our time and taking our time, saying goodbye, and we got this and all that. But then he's like, oh, like we just like actually like we always kiss each other when we say bye, but he actually made it a thing, right?
Oh yeah, it always says kiss for 6 seconds.
For 6 seconds before leaving, at least. So yeah, my body still doesn't feel great. I had a meeting with the Fight IQ guys. Well, just one. And yeah, we agreed to have less meetings. Because sometimes I'm not, like, especially this week, I wasn't feeling great, and I'm like, oh shit, like I gotta be ready, and I think I prefer, like, one of my best friends, the way that we communicate is we communicate through voice messages, and he's super busy and I'm always on the run, and sometimes I just take a while to, like, be able to, like, call family, like, shit, that's like, because I need, 30 minutes to talk to these people. So it just to find that gap, it's a while. So with some family members, sometimes I don't talk to them like months because I don't make myself that time. And with other family members, I do call them every like 2-3 weeks. Just one, my uncle, because he's like my dad's brother. He didn't have any kids, and I'm basically his kid. He's basically my dad, right? So I make the point to him. I do call him. Anyways, but the reason why I like you know, my friend, like we have so much communication, or it feels like so much, is because like every now and then we just send voice messages and we update ourselves, and it's just like back and forth, and we don't need that time, you know. I just had one of the most interesting conversations with one of my friends that he's been doing martial arts for over 30 years, and he's been coaching me. You guys will see probably the content coming out this week, and he's basically saying, if you want to put it in easy understand words, I'm fire, right? So I come in with that energy, and that's the energy that has served me through my childhood, through my life, in a sense that I just come in and I have one goal in mind, and I know that I'll get it done no matter what, and I'll make it work, and I come in with that ballsy energy. And I think and I believe that I will bend things my way, and usually that does happen. But what if there was another way that was more efficient? Because that has served me always, so I don't have any way to compare it to something else and say this also works and it's actually more efficient. Since that has worked, then that's the way that I'm going to do everything. And that is also the energy that I come in when it comes to fighting, and I am the aggressor, and I come in, I'm gonna come in. But someone like him, that of course he has more technique, of course he has years of doing this behind him, but he's, as he puts it, more like water, and he can use other things that he can also explode at some points. But he was showing me some stuff with like how to play with energy in a way, like how to feel and more like listen to the other person and your opponent, and the energy that they're coming in, and how they're pushing, how they're moving their body, and how to use that against them. In hell, that was very like efficient in a way. Like I pushed one way and he would just take me that way. And I know that people that I've sparred with before, namely like Liz Carmouche, she's the world champion, like that's what she would do to me. Like if I pushed, I push, and she would pull me and take me down just with my own energy. So I'm like, I guess like with time you become better at that. But not only that, is just really reading your opponent, or listening to where they're going and paying attention to them. So that was hell of interesting. He's like, I think the problem here is that you are way too attached to, I mean, I don't know how to do other things, so it is hard for me to change it up. But also, like, I am too attached to the idea that this is Mimi, and I've only, I put it there, like, that's just Mimi, that's just me, and that's just how I handle things. But if maybe I like detach myself from that, and I'm able to forge a new identity on building myself a different type of energy, to be able to be more aware of the layout, basically, of people, the energy, and maybe I'd be able to play with it differently and actually be more efficient. So that's food for thought.
Some days Joey has been staying home instead of going to the casino because he wants to finish this book and he's so close. So he's like, okay, I'm almost there, and I gotta put some more hours into writing and editing. So, and he also studies poker. So yeah, those are his stay-at-home days. And my daughter loves to come home and teach him what she's learning in jiu-jitsu. She's so cute.
But you're too heavy.
Well, I won't put my weight on you, don't worry.
But you squeeze.
Oh, I squeeze?
Like this.
Oh, I squeeze holding you?
Yes.
Wait, okay, what do you do? Hey.
I see.
Oh, you gotta roll me?
Yeah.
Okay,
But
let's
you're
see.
too.
Okay, you got it. Wait.
Another layer of difficulty to our week is that we're potty training this little beast. And, right now she's wearing diapers. We probably just came back somewhere. And this is how we wake up the most amazing man in the world. This is how we let him know. And now it's sparring time with my amazing partners, Kayla and Chantal.
this morning before sparring, because I mean I'm a woman. It's the first day of my period, and I was feeling like absolute crap. Like I was like, I just this is what I gotta do. Let's just go. And right now after sparring, I'm feeling great. The hormones are just happy endorphins are just running through my veins, and I'm feeling great. Even though it was one of the hardest practices I've done in a while. So good shit.
Morning work, train, come back to eat, and see my clients. Perfect day.
Just finished with my clients. Let's go. My eyes, man. Let's go pick up my daughter.
Usually when it's my time, we don't watch any movies, but this week I've been feeling sick and she's been potty training, so she's been fairly irritable, not the best, so we've been doing that a little more.
Yeah, I've been pushing through a lot, and honestly, I need to train to just feel better, but I've been getting a lot more cuddles. I've been needing them more, because it's been hard to maintain anything, and see, she's just grumpy, and that's just being the weak. It's just hard when kids are moving through stages, it's very hard for them to let go. Luckily, this man is truly amazing. He knows how to get them in a good mood. He lets them climb him, and I don't have as much stamina for that, to be honest, so I appreciate him so much for that. And here we are, another Sunday, and I like to go spar on Sundays, not spar, but roll hard to the open mats, but I seriously needed a day off. So I was like, there's no way. So we just came here to this new place. I just wanted to explore something new. I wanted to go to the mountains actually, but I think I just was needing some fresh new air, and we just find this place, Living Coast, that we hadn't been to. And it was a fun new experience. See here, they're explaining to us how these are the birds' toys. They have birds, they have turtles, they have little sharks and ducks, and yeah, so it was a fun little adventure that I needed. The thing is, that was the day that my friends were going to have a little competition, and I really wanted to go see them. I thought it was going to be earlier, so we were here and we were thinking about going to have lunch and then going to see them, but then we found out that it was later, so that's what we were like, uh-oh. We ended up going to the park to make time, and again, the girls were just, they were pretty good right now in the morning, but as soon as they got hungry, as soon as they start to get irritable, and it seems like there's nothing you can do except they just want to lay down and be cuddled. So yeah, we ended up not going to see my friends. It's just not the life that I can have right now, and I know it will pass. It will pass. Like, they will grow. And as long as we learn how to be there for them, and we learn to, we can be there for them through their emotions, I think they will learn better how to process their emotions. There's this great book called Raising Emotionally Intelligent Children by Dr. Gottman. You guys know I'm a fan of that man. But that's a really, really good book. And I like that one, and I like also Dr. Daniel Siegel's book, Raising Whole Brain Children. I think that's Daniel Siegel's. Well, anyways, No Drama, Discipline, like all those books are pretty good from Siegel, from Dr. Siegel. See, we took them, these kids, we took them to eat, we took them to have some ice cream at Little Italy, and then we went to the park, and then they were happy, and then everything went downhill. I think it was just too much activity, and they were just exhausted. That was probably it. Anyways, yeah, it is what it is. I wasn't gonna go to the competition and have them just be complaining and not be able to be there for them. It was just going to be too much. So we came back home and we, again, watched a movie. It's been a week. We watched Jurassic Park, and like the end of every day, we give them some tasks. Hey, put this in the trash. Hey, you pick up this, and we clean the house together at their own rhythm. So, yeah, family time. And once we're done, we had some time to play. So it wasn't a very productive week in the sense that I didn't advance much. It was a lot of maintenance. But some weeks are like that. The health pillar had some struggles. The career pillar had to be just maintenance. And the relationship pillar was what we hang on to. So see you guys next week.